Today we're going to be doing abstract macro photography just like this. Hello everybody, my name's Leo, welcome back to my channel. Today, like I said, we're going to be doing abstract macro photography, or photography, depending on how you want to put it. Abstract is one of my favourite types of photography, especially in macro photography, because getting up close to something, super close, and seeing the details and textures makes you stop and think, not only what is it, but how is it done? And today we're going to be looking at something so different but so easy to do. It's going to be unreal, trust me. This is what we're going to be using today. This is just fibre optics, and it's a simple fibre optic lamp that I got off Amazon. £7 to be honest, it was cheap as chips. But I noticed something about it that drove me to want to photography, and this is what it's all about. I thought this could make for a fantastic abstract images, and also what I did was I started playing around and getting these sort of images, and I thought to myself, this could make for a good video, and it's so simple. So we're going to be using this today, this little twinkle twinkle little star thing, and you're going to see how we get on, but you'll enjoy it, and it's cheap as chips. So we've got our subject. What do we need? We need a camera. Now I can put my camera down there and I could shoot up, but you know, I don't really want to. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this little table out again and drop it on the top, because this will give me the ideal height to how I want to take the picture. That is the main thing. Now there's different ways you can do this. You can either get super close to it, or you can come back farther away from it. It really is up to you. It's all about trial and error. You can't get it wrong with abstract photography, because there's no such thing as wrong, because abstract is just, it just makes you want, should I say, it makes you want to think what it is and how it's done, and that's my challenge. That's what I see, that's what I want it to be. So I'm going to set the camera up now. So where I've got it on here, I have got it on a 2-second timer. At the current minute, my settings are going to be a bit different because of the studio light. Ideally, you want to be doing this in the dark, because it's better in the dark, to say. Well, it is in it, because we need to be in long exposures. So, you know, you need to be looking at something like 2 seconds maybe, and shooting anything from f3.5 straight the way up, you know what I mean, to f9, f10, depending. The closer you get, don't forget, you need to put your aperture up. Far away, you can drop it right away down. But what we're after is bokeh, as well as just a little glimpse like this of something that is in the image and that will hold the eye, should I say. So let me just take one shot and see if I can get it in focus. I'm just going to simply focus in at this distance, and what I'm doing is I'm just looking and picking out what I want, because as we take the pictures and as I look at the pictures, it can change, because the focal plane is coming somewhere on there. So what I'm actually doing is I'm standing back thinking, what do I want to focus on? So I'm looking, thinking, see what I want, pick what I want, focus. Now this may mean that the bokeh's at the bottom, it might mean the bokeh's at the top, and I just run it straight through the centre, but that's all it is really. So we're just going to take your time, take a shot. Now one thing I'm going to say with this is, you're going to get a few fails, because every time you move, that sort of shimmers in the dark, but that's something we're going to have to overcome. So I'm going to be looking for something like that. That's our first shot. Anything interesting? Not really, to be honest. So let's try something totally different. I want to get a bit more into it, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come a bit closer. I want bokeh. I want bokeh. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at that, just put it up a bit. Now what I'm going to do is also drop my table down, because I'm going to try and look up and get more of the subject into the shot. Pick what I want, because there's lots of different ones. Hold my breath, wait for them to stop wiggling jiggling as it come out. That's all right, that's not too bad. It's giving me something shafty. I can just about see the shafts on it. It looks quite nice, but I think we can do better than this. So I'm just going to move the light around again. Now there's another thing I'm going to say to you, and it does make a massive difference, and trust me when I say it makes a massive difference, is the background. Here now I'm shooting against this computer, so it's picking the light up. We don't really want that. That's why I says we need a darker background as we can. Now all I've got is a card sat on one of my platypods, trapped in it. You know, it don't matter what it is, as long as you get something to hold it. And then you're going to see the total different change again in the picture. Let's see what we get now. Focus in, deep breath, press it. Let's have a look at that one. Now that's coming on really nice. That's now because I've added the black background to it. This is what's making a difference. It's a simple thing, it's a simple change, I know. But like I said, when you're doing it to yourself at home, just turn all the lights off or leave as little light as you can. You can get on ISO 200 or 100. This is the OM system. So their native ISO is ISO 200 along with their 60mm macro lens. But just if you're native, if you've got a Canon or whatever, and if another camera, Nikon, try ISO 100. It's going to look dark, but don't forget, you're trying to expose for these little dots. You're not exposing for the light around you, you're exposing just for those. And this is how we're going to take these shots. What I'm doing now is I'm just waiting for the lights to change so I can take different shots to get different textures into the actual picture. That's all you've got to do. It's so simple. There you go, there's another one taken. I quite like this. This is so simply weird but good. Like I said, every time you move it around or jiggle it, you're going to get a different picture. Just keep an eye on the back of the camera, your camera. And then when you move it, just sort of focus in on something. A manual focus, not autofocus. Autofocus will not give me, you know, won't be able to pick one identical spot up. That's why I'm using that. And there we go. Every time you take a picture, you're going to get something different, and this will stop the eye. Now, like I said, you haven't got to use a table. You can get down a bit lower, as long as I can get the card up, and we can just face it right at the top. And I'm going to take a picture just to prove that it can be done. As long as you got the background card, it's going to highlight this. But I like I says, I like to make sure that I get a perfect black background. Don't be scared to try different f-stops, because like I says, you only want to show a little tiny bit of what it actually is. Your picture needs to make whoever's looking at it think of what it could be or what is it and how it's done. That is the main thing you need out of this. Now, when I was playing around with this, I also come up with another idea, and that is absolutely amazing as well. I'll get a little teaser, I'll just put a picture up, and then in my next video I might show you how I've done it. See, you do not need expensive subjects to make good pictures. Abstract can be done so simple, so easily, and you can do it. Let me know if you have a go, and please tag me in them pictures. I want to see them. Thank you very much if you got to the end of this one, and until next time, stay safe and happy snapping.